Welcome. We'll start with Psychology paper 2 for NET examination 2017 January paper. We'll be covering set of questions from 1 to 25 in this lecture. Now most of the questions were based on either definitions or the basic ideas. However, the language was twisted to make it confusing. Now the first question talks about the products of Guilford's structure of intellectual model. Now Guilford's model is a very important concept in psychology, and every year 3 to 4 questions are asked on this topic, either in paper 2 or 3. Now this talks about products. Now if you know the 6 products, those are units, classes, relations, systems, transformations and implications. So out of these you have systems and transformations which are given. So A and B would be the correct answer here. Next question, according to Jung, which of the following is the deepest and the darkest part of collective unconsciousness and contains all the animal instincts? The correct answer is shadow. So shadow is the deepest and the darkest part of the collective unconsciousness. The next question, in classical conditioning, progress of conditioning is determined by indexing quantity, latency and the rate. So it's the quantity is the amount of salivation if we talk about Pavlov's experiment. The rate is how fast or slow the success of conditioned response takes place, and latency is you are decreasing the interval between the CS and the US. So all of these three determine or index the progress of conditioning in case of classical conditioning. Next question, which of the following intelligence tests are applicable to illiterate adults? Now intelligence test can be either verbal test or performance test. All the performance tests can be applicable to illiterates and children because they are easier to understand and they do not involve use of language. So Alexander pass along test, colored progressive matrix test by Ravens and Coase block design test, all of these three are performance based tests and would be applicable for illiterate adults. So B, C and D would be the correct answer here. Next question, you have to match the type of variable with an example. So I can say a real discrete variable would be gender because we can either say male or female. Then you have artificial discrete variable which can be either admitted to the examination or not admitted to the examination. Then neuroticism and IQ are considered as a continuous variable. However, qualitative variables are those which can be qualitatively defined. For example, voice pitch, I can say the voice pitch is soft or shrill. So I can qualitatively define it. So these are the correct matches for this question. Next, the length and the intensity of light waves plays an important role in perception of color and brightness, because color is one which is governed directly by the wavelength and brightness is affected by both wavelength and intensity. Now next question, you have the various concepts and you have to match them with the correct explanation. So chiasm is the region where two optic nerves join each other for a short distance. Blind spot is the region where the optic nerves exit from the eye. So for C you have the correct option as 4, and then you have rods do not distinguish color. Cones can distinguish color and cones give you good detailed vision. So for 1 it would be 2, for cones it would be 3. Now next, Geeta studied sociology for an exam and then studied psychology. Now this is an applicative question based on the general concept that you must know. So when we have discussed the class on forgetting, we understood what is retroactive and proactive interference. Now retroactive interference talks about the later learning which you have learned later gets hindered from what you have learned previously, and this fits in correctly with this example. So you have retroactive interference, that would be the answer here. Next question, now this is the curve for forgetting, and when we say forgetting we can say this is 1 hour, and initial hour or immediately after the learning you have the greatest recall percentage. This decreases rapidly within the first hour, so this is a kind of rapid decrease, and after that forgetting levels off, so it's nearly more or less the same. So you have 2 as the correct answer here. Next question, consider the 3 types of investigations and arrange the type of investigations in ascending order of the researcher's ability to control the secondary variance. So when I am saying controlling the secondary variance, what does it mean? I can best control my variance when there is a laboratory setting, then I can control it in the field, and finally in the exposed survey or exposed factor field study, I have the capability to control the variable. So highest level of control could be achieved in laboratory settings. So the answer would be B, C and A. B, C and A would be the correct answer here. Next question. People often attain visual experiences after many years of blindness. That's correct. Most of the knowledge of the world had come to them through the sense of touch. Now, it's mainly through the sense of reasoning that they have the knowledge that they attain, or the experience. So, reason is incorrect and assertion is correct would be the right answer here. Next question. In Pavilion conditioning paradigm, the strongest and the most rapid conditioning occurs when you have a short delay conditioning. That means the interval difference between the CS and the US is minimum, and you have the most rapid learning, and it would be the strongest learning. The next is information processing approach is rooted in structuralism. That is correct. And this is because it aims to classify or identify the various capabilities and the processes that we use in our day-to-day life for understanding the concepts. So both are correct, and reason explains the concept correctly would be the correct answer for this question. Next, utilitarianism provides the description of what of thought and behavior. So utilitarianism basically focuses on what ought to do. So when we understand the concept of what ought to do, it aims at greatest happiness of greatest number, and what is the basic focus in this concept. So answer would be what. Next, naturalistic observation is a very popular research method in ethological research where you are focusing on animals, and this is because this observation method is free from observation biasness. Because for example, if I am studying animals in a general surrounding, I cannot manipulate their behavior, so I cannot have my personal biasness overruling the observation effect. So both assertion and reason are correct, and reason explains the assertion correctly. So one would be the correct answer here. Next question. The meaningfulness of verbal material is indexed in terms of its associative value. Associative value tries to measure the meaningfulness. So it's a kind of very strong predictor of how easy it is to learn certain concept. So the correct answer here would be 2, that is associative value. Next question. Facial feedback hypothesis is supported by James Lange theory. James Lange theory of emotion talks about behavioral response and physiological reactions which precede the emotions, and it is similar to what was explained under the facial feedback hypothesis. So 2 would be the correct answer here, that's James Lange theory. Next, in some cases people attempt to reach the goal slowly and hesitantly. In approach avoidance conflict, a single goal has positive valence as well as negative valence. So for example, I like eating cakes. So I can say I have a positive valence that I like cakes. However, I have a negative valence that I might put on weight. So there is a kind of approach avoidance conflict, and whenever there is an approach avoidance conflict, what would happen is I would eat the cake, but I would hesitantly do it, or I would give a thought before doing so. So that means both assertion and reason are correct, and reason follows the assertion. So you have 1 as the correct answer again here. Next question. Which of the following are limitations of survey method? So under survey method, 2 predominant limitations are there. First, there is difficulty in obtaining a representative sample which properly represents the set of population, and it is a socially desirable responding behavior, because if I am going for a survey and I am asking something which is in favor of something, the people might not be will not be accepting or receptive to answer queries which might have a conflict with my ideas. So you have A and C as the correct answer here. low educational levels would not matter, and it can be used in longitudinal studies because it can be done today and I can take a survey of the same person after 5 years down the line. So you have A and C as the major limitations. So 3 would be the correct answer here. Next question. In cross-sectional research to study developmental process of intelligence, age and cohorts are confounded. So these are confounding variables, that's correct, because you have confounding variable which relates with both the dependent variable and the independent variable. So assertion is correct. And Flynn effect explains that with every generation, the upcoming generation is intelligent as compared to the previous generation. That is also correct. So both of them are correct, but they are independently correct, and 2 would be the correct answer here. Next question. Chronometric measurement of intelligence involves the use of which of the following? So the correct answer here would be reaction time apparatus, because under chronometry what is given is the response time is given to infer the content and the final output or the sequence of cognition. So the reaction time apparatus would be the correct answer here. Next question. Cathexis is an investment of psychic energy in the thought of objects or process that will satisfy a need. That is correct. Now if I talk about id and ego, I can say ego talks about the reality principle, but it talks about my wish that I need this toy, for example. But ego would help me understand whether I really need it or not. So cathexis is the investment of psychic energy in the thought of objects or process that will satisfy a need. Once I have my need satisfied, I am not left with much of cathexis. So if this reason correctly explains the assertion, once I have my need fulfilled, I won't put in more energy to work around the same issue. So you have assertion and reason is correct, and reason explains the assertion. So 1 would be the correct answer here. Next question. Now you have to correctly match the pathway, and the correct sequence is 1. Let's see it in the next diagram. So you have the basilar lamella, then you have the cochlear nuclei followed by superior orbicals, then you have the lateral, inferior, medial, and finally the auditory cortex. That would be the correct order. So with this we understand the flow of the auditory impulse, and we have also covered this in the chapter of ear. Now next is the tendency for the parallel lines to appear to converge to each other is known as linear perspective, and that's a kind of again a very direct question which is based on the definition. Next question. Now this is the question on contingency table. If you know the simple formula for chi-square, you can easily solve this. So chi-square could be calculated as the summation of observed minus expected square divided by expected value for each cell. So you have summation of 20 minus 30, which is the expected value square, divided by 30, which is 20 minus 30 is 10, 10 square is 100, 100 divided by 30. So 10 divided by 3, which is 3.33 would be the correct answer. So with this we cover the first set of 25 questions for psychology. We will be covering the remaining questions for psychology paper 2 and 3 in the upcoming lectures. You can subscribe to our channel for more updates. Have a good day ahead.